Petaluma's Mrs. Grossman sticker factory is moving to Utah. Here to tell us more about the big move is Mrs. Grossman's son, Jason Grossman. So why the move?
A lot of factors contributed to the move. The declining business through COVID. I had a label company that I sold, and they shared half the building with us. And they decided to move out, and I could not fill up this whole building. So my decision was move in California or move out of California. And I decided it was much more feasible to leave the state, unfortunately.
So I would imagine that you agonized about that. So many people love to go to Petaluma and, have that piece of history. Tell me a little bit about how did your mom get into this whole thing?
She actually started making stationery, and she had a customer in Sausalito called Pine Street Papery who asked her if she could make a heart sticker for Valentine's Day. Mom made it for her, and then, what do you know, she said, this is a product. And from there on, started making stickers one by one until we have, I think we've made over 10,000 different designs over the 43 years.
And then when was that, Jason?
1979 is when the company officially started. She was doing other little businesses before that, but that was the big start.
So what was it like to grow up with a mom who did stickers? Did everybody always want to come to your house and do stickers?
Oh, sure they did. Of course, the women like it more than the men, but yes, we had a lot of people that loved the product, and my friends loved it. And then when we'd go out to see stores or be in the public, my mom was kind of a superstar, to be honest with you. Everyone wanted her autograph, and everyone knows who she is, especially in the Bay Area. It's hard to go somewhere without them not knowing who Mrs. Grossman's is.
And I mean, I remember as a kid, we would it was a thing, you would write like your grandparents after they gave you a gift or so forth. There was a big deal where we would put a sticker on the back of the envelope and then put it in the mail. And stickers were just something that you grew up with.
It was a paper emoji, basically. Back when we didn't text and all that, we wrote letters and we decorated them. And that's what stickers do. They add some color, just like an emoji, to your messages. And they're also fun to do art with and play with. They're just a great medium.
Now, what about as far as what have you seen as the whole industry has kind of grown over the years? Before we get to the internet and all that stuff, let's stick with the true traditionalists. What did you see as far as the trajectory of stickers and how they have evolved?
Well, back from 80s to 2000, the stickers were just booming like crazy. They were used in scrapbooking. Kids were collecting them. It turned into a really big market for us. But what happened later on is scrapbooking slowed down due to digital cameras. And then on top of it, China came in, offered really cheap product when we were making US products. And so stickers from, I would say, an artistic expression turned into a commodity. And that was hard for an American company to challenge.
I was going to say that kind of breaks my heart. So what would be some of your favorite stickers over the years?
Well, I am a muscle car fanatic. I collect muscle cars. So I have helped design one sticker, and that was the muscle car sticker. So that's got to be my favorite. But of course, the heart is about everyone's favorite. That is the symbol of the company. It's been around since '79. And anyone asks Mrs. Grossman, it's a heart sticker.
Oh, goodness. And was it different sizes of hearts? We started off with
we start off with a 2x2-inch heart, and then we've done probably hundreds of different heart stickers since then with different patterns, different colors, different materials. So the heart and the teddy bear are two items that just will never go away.
And then, correct me, do you have siblings? Were they also involved?
I'm the only child.
The only child. And what do you remember most about your mom, besides the fact that she was kind of a rock star, right?
Well, the thing that I remember most about her is her kindness with charity, with dealing with employees, with the charity work she did, and also her business ethics, which were unbelievable. She would not print in China just because she didn't like their human rights records. And she just trained me how to be a handshake guy, that you can trust my word and I'm going to do the right thing, and we're going to be ethical. And that's just kind of rare these days.
And that's very progressive for her to have had that belief, and that was something of her business ethics a long time ago.
Yes, she was the leader in many ways. She actually started the whole sticker roll industry. So that's amazing with how many companies have gone into the industry and how many teachers and children and adults have enjoyed them over the years.
You know, stickers are still kind of, I mean, they're still a real thing, especially, I remember like potty training my kids and I could give them stickers and they thought that was a pretty cool thing because I didn't want to give them M&Ms because I was like, I don't want to do that. But stickers, that was a kind of a big deal.
They're still a big deal, yeah. It's just hard with all the competition. It's also, we were selling wholesale to small retailers and then fortunately they've been hit hard and they're the heart of Mrs. Grossman's. They made us and we love them, but they've been hit hard by the pandemic. So it's really hard for us to get our stickers in the market. If you get into any of these major retailers, most of them are making their own products now, and they will just beat you to death when you sign up with them. And that's just not the spirit of this company.
No, I mean, I know that the art of writing a hand letter is something that's kind of old school, but I still, you know, browbeat my kids to make sure that they do that with their grandparents and so forth. But where do you see stickers going from here? I mean, you know, they're always going to be a part of our lives, hopefully. So what is your next move in regards to moving to Utah?
Well, the stickers will always be around. The wholesale business is what got hurt extremely through the COVID. And we're going to focus on shipping to Japan and Korea, who does almost 50% of our business. And then we're going to keep doing internet sales and our club sales and down in Utah. And that has a lot less overhead. It's growing like crazy. So we're really not seeing much of a change when it comes to getting the stickers out there. It's just different delivery method now.
Excellent. Well, is there anything else we should know about the Petaluma operation going forward? Are you having any kind of party or are you just kind of silently packing up?
Silently packing up, unfortunately. It's kind of depressing, but the family owns the building, so I had to vacate it to get the new tenants in. That's the big reason I'm leaving. And the new tenants are moving in now, and I'm moving out. And it's just basically a family fair trying to load up the trucks and start our new life in Utah.
Wow, that must be, it must feel difficult. I mean, that's a really big switch.
I've been here for 57 years, but I just don't like the way the state's going. I hate to say, it's just getting so expensive, so regulated, and just the surroundings. It's a beautiful state, but we've got to get our act together here. Stop throwing money at it and fix it.
Well, we will very much miss being able to reach out and grab that sticker from our local Petaluma lovely business, and we appreciate your time.